New Scientist is a UK publication. It's something like what Scientific American is here. That's to say, it's a popular science magazine that aims to bring new ideas, new and interesting ideas in science to a generally interested and knowledgeable audience who are not necessarily specialists in the domain that's being discussed. So this article was covering some work by a community that's named Quantum Interactions, and the idea behind this community is to apply some of the formalisms that are used in quantum physics to other domains outside of subatomic physics. And so the article covered some work that this group has been doing, some of which had to do with cognition, so trying to use these models to better understand human behavior. Some of the work had to do with information retrieval, so trying to use these models to search through a space of documents or concepts. One of the areas that the article focused on was how these mathematical formalisms that are used in quantum physics can be used in the context of information retrieval and search. So the idea is, just as a particle in quantum physics can be composed of a number of different pure states, you can think of a word as being composed of a number of different meanings. And so just like you can isolate a state of a particle, so when observation occurs, the particle collapses into one pure state, you could think of a word when it occurs in context collapsing into one state of meaning. And one of my collaborators, Dominic Widders, has taken this idea and applied it in the context of information retrieval. So using these ideas in mathematical models, it's possible to search and say, well, I'm looking for documents that have to do with a word that's ambiguous, like rock, for example. If you search for rock, you might find articles that are to do with music, right? And you might find articles that are to do with geology as well. But you're probably only interested in one of those meanings if you're searching for rock. So he showed that you can use these methods to eliminate one sense of the word. So usually in a search engine, when you try to eliminate things, you can just eliminate a word. So you could go, well, I'm looking for rock, but not music. But then you'd still find all of the articles about rock music that don't mention the word music specifically. Whereas using these approaches, you can eliminate that whole domain of meaning from the search. Where this tied into my research is that I've been looking at ways in which people can search through conceptual spaces in research. So given a scientist with a problem, I'm interested in compacting all of the findings from the biomedical literature that relate to that problem into what you can think of as a space of concepts. And I'm interested in finding ways for people to search through the space efficiently. And it turns out that the methods that were used to guide information retrieval also apply pretty well here. So the work of mine that was featured in the articles did that. And it used these methods to help a scientist by the name of Kerr Whitfield search through a conceptual space related to the vitamin D receptor, and he was able to find some things that were new and surprising to him that way.